So operations, this is actually I would say the neglected strategy. It's almost like taken for granted in businesses. So a lot of times when I walk into businesses, I'm looking at ops immediately. People, come to me, they want a high growth. We're going to get that. But first of all, are the wheels on the bus? Because before we fire up marketing and sales and just chuck more down the funnel, we need to know that the current machine can handle it. So my first question when I walk into boards is, can we double? So if we doubled revenue now, is your operations going to flinch? Because if it is, we're broken and we've got a massive constraint. Because the last thing you want to do is start firing up the growth engines, which is marketing and sales, if operations is the constraint. So a lot of the times with businesses, I need to go in and deal with the constraint first, deal with operations, because there's usually inefficiencies in there. We've put the extension on the extension for years, getting up to 1, 2, 5 million, whatever it may be. We have to just get that fixed, get the processes aligned for streamlining and also ready for scale. And now we're ready for the next dimension. Now, a lot of companies have done this recently with the digital company. The systems were crazy after 5 years. We moved in, we put a business process automation expert that I work with in. My original degree was chemical engineering, which is process engineering. So we put process in, we went, right, are we clear? Great. Massively inefficient. Get the processes tightened up, put a lot of AI in the bottom of that. We're using a lot of the agentic models right now. So that whole operations, we actually had less people in the operations department when we finished, and it was super more efficient. Whereas we would have been stretched to have a 50% growth to start with. By the time we'd finished, we'd reduced headcount, reduced cost, increased efficiency, so we could actually have 500% growth without flinching. Now we turned on sales and marketing, and by the way, they doubled within a year. So, and they can continue growing without any flinching moving forward. So we must deal with operations. Operations is about efficiency. It's about capacity. It's about really understanding that the user journey is seamless. And more importantly, the customers being looked after and being delivered massively. Because if you have amazing customers who are so happy with you, they'll advocate for you. The power of that word of mouth and reciprocity is super powerful and will double fuel growth. If you have a pissy load of customers that you've just pissed off because you haven't served them properly, you're doing a lot of hard work at the front end. Focus on what you've got, deliver brilliantly, and then ops isn't the sexy strategy, right? I get that. But it's the strategy that allows scale, allows sustainability, and drives lifetime value of the customer. So that's the one that a lot of people is their primary, right? It's usually the strength operations, but it's not their strength anymore because it was their strength until the point they got a bit too big and they've gone beyond their competence level. And you've got to break the machine sometimes and build a new machine on scale. That's a bit scary for a lot of people. And I get that. But it's got to be done if we're truly going to take it to the next level. So if we've got our marketing and our sales and our ops all lined up strategy-wise, and this is where strategy on a page comes in, is are we clear on each of those for the year, the quarter, the month? Okay, now let's move to finance strategy to work out what we need there.